Hello everyone. I thought a little bonus stream. I'd do some Final Fantasy. Apologies, a bike has just been started. Oh no, it's fine, it's gone. What's that one again? That maiming. Ah, that's not a bad coat. I think I have that coat actually. Anyway, enough of me admiring other people's fashion. I need to not do that anyway because it really doesn't show your character's equipment half the time. I might set that up so it does because that could be a bit awkward. But yeah, welcome to Final Fantasy XIV yet again. I know there's not a massive following for it at the moment because Dawnjaw's not out, but I don't really care. I just felt like playing it. I was sort of thinking what kind of things could I do on the Monday, because as I do mention a few times, Monday is my birthday, so I'm thinking of doing a birthday stream, but I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do exactly, and don't know how long I'll be streaming for. Might do a very long one, I don't know. But before I do anything more, I'm going to go and update my drip. No. We want the Reaper. Which plate was my Reaper get on? So my drip may need a little updating. You'd find a good, like, leg piece to go with all this. Then again, I've got new armor coming soon, so some of these will want updating. I think it's using this one, so I do like the Atmos jacket, but let's see what other things I've got. Go with that, have that, which I do like that jacket. Do we want to diet at all? It's like, ooh, no. Legs then. Could go with that. That is an option. Rather tempting, actually. Rather tempting. How's the drip look? Okay, that should be alright, I think. Yeah, that'll do nicely. Might need to recolor it though, potentially. Also, does my current... Let's clip a bit. We'll rock this for now. We'll rock it for now. So, I was thinking, my stuff's a little behind the curve for Reaper. So, what do we like for these? I think we might have enough. Oh no, it's these we need. We don't have enough of those. So, we're going to need more. What's going to give me the most immediately? Main scenario. Actually wants DPS. Surprisingly. That's rare. So, we're going to do that. Just sort of doing a more casual stream. Nothing massively planned. I just realised something. Hang on. I just realised I didn't tell them over on Blue Sky I was live, did I? Oopsie. Sorry, guys, over there. I always forget about Blue Sky, and that's my bad, that is. I also make a fun... This is a little picture for this one, actually. Tigers do some Daughters of Cain. Nice, nice. I'll be literally 2 seconds. Again, my sincerest apologies. Post there. And idiot. There we go. Sorry, the audio cuts off when I'm not like specifically on the game screen. Perfect timing. Look at that. The one and only time I have perfect timing today, so I might as well embrace it. I have to find a new do as well for my character, potentially. Ah, this one. Okay. This one should be just fine. I am wondering if I might use that Fantasia for my character once we've got to the next expansion. Very tempting, I won't lie. I'm trying her with black primary, like a very whitish green, technically, the highlights. Don't know if I fully like it. Might change it. Might also go for something shorter, possibly. I do like the long hair, of course. I mean, obviously, look at me. I've kind of got that long hair going on. So, I'm probably turning too far there to actually get my tracking to follow there, but yeah. But obviously, a shorter dude might work rather nicely. Possibly the idea, anyway. Always gotta say hi. Very important. A nice Sage, Red Mage, and Dark Knight. Nice. Obviously, I've got half my abilities because we're at level like fucking 50 or some shit, so... Oh god, can I use that slash, can I? Oh no. Where'd I got that one? Look at Bloodstalk. That's kind of depressing. I do like the Reaper set, actually, for Dawn Trail. Though I am leveling Viper first. I've decided this. Be Viper first, then Pictomancer at least to 90. Before I do the others. But, Reaper is on my list. 100%. I do like the Reaper though, it was such a cool class they added. I mean, this ability was Arcane Crest was a bit crap when it first came out, I remember. Just because it would give you like so much healing. That's the one thing that they nerfed on it. I remember it being very, very powerful initially. They thankfully just buffed all the other classes that were supposed to be more powerful than it. Like Samurai and Black Mage, of course. I think Black Mage should be powerful. For the complexity of the class, which... I do wonder if they'll keep that complexity, or if we might see it get, like, dropped down a bit, because... Like, I don't hate the class. I've played it a few times, but I must admit, it was probably my least favourite to level. But... then I'm just maybe not vibing for that kind of style. I guess it's very old MMO. Like, it's closer to like WoW's casting, isn't it? Really, rather than 14's kind of like way of doing casting. But you know, it's what it is, isn't it? You know, I realised I should have brought some kind of refreshment with me. That's my mistake. And I'll pay for that later. It's fine. Well, I hope you're all having a nice Easter weekend, chat. I do. Ow. Hopefully, if you were there for the stream I had with JD Moss the other day. I realised it wasn't actually atting him, which was very annoying. Because he's got a slightly different name on Twitch and Twitter, but it's fine. I'll have to just manually remember to do that. So, it is what it is. But hopefully you're all there for it, and hopefully you had a good time there. Dawn of War 2 is a very fun game, I must admit. I do love the campaign. The multiplayer I've not played nearly as much. But the campaign, I played quite a bit. I don't remember Chaos Rising nearly as well. Retribution we're kind of in talks about, because Retribution wasn't very good. But you never know. We'll see how we feel on that one. Oh, God, how long this cutscene takes. Oh, apologies, I'm still yawning. It's too early for me. It's far too early in the morning for me. Hopefully, we're almost at this. Oh, no, we're not at the end of this cutscene. We've still got a lot of cutscene left. I regret to inform all of you, there's much more cutscene to go. So why does my character's files look thick as fuck? Jesus. That's that angle. Yeah, too sleepy. Too sleepy this hour. Oh. Interestingly, one of my friends, Onyx, is in the works to commission somebody for a live GD character at some point. So I've been offering my advice where I can, but I think he wants something very he kind of wants something very specific, so he's going like quite in detail with it, which is good. I definitely recommend going in detail with your stuff. Helps the artist understand what you want and helps you get what you're after. Yeah, obviously it's taking him some time to find this stuff because, of course, you know, he wants very specific images, very specific, like, you know, things that will kind of help him explain to the artist what he needs. What he wants. Do you wanna... There you go. I was gonna say, do you wanna flip him around? Oh, I thought it was too late. Yep, I remembered I could have just done one of these, and that would have done the same effect. Oh well. Now that's it. I'll just heal myself. That's the... ah. That's fine, I got a barrier. That's fine. Sage with a barrier as well. At least this guy's actually a boss fight now. Never used to be. It used to be just like a 50-second annoyance. So I'm kind of glad to see he is a boss fight now. There's something of actual merit. Give me that armor. Now I have to remember not to press these buttons here Well, this button. Well, that's it. Those buttons are fine. That one there is the issue. This is by far one of the funnest bits. You can repair the Magitech armor, so you can do this aesthetically, but you'll never quite get the power. Just the raw power of that cannon. Some of you probably won't have seen this game back when this used to be longer, and it was like a whole longer sequence of going through it with this cannon. This mech. And then, obviously taking the Magitech armor down through quite a few layers, but also not just fighting Gaius at the end, but fighting the ultimate weapon and fucking Lab Rare at the end as well. That's now a duty, thankfully. The ultimate weapon's a trial, so it's way shorter to do this now. The ultimate weapon is a potential one we could have got, actually. And that would have been shorter than doing this. I do wonder how many new people we will get, actually, at 14. When Storm Trail comes out. I'm kind of curious, or if it will be returning players. And I wonder if they'll return the same kind of numbers. Maybe not, because WoW is doing a lot better now. It was in a really bad place when Endwalker came out. And they know it. So they've had to re-up the game. I did consider trying WoW, and I still might. Might pick it up my birthday or something, I don't know. Grab like a month subscription to it and just try it. And see if I like it. I'm thinking Dark Priest sounds fun. That's my temptation. While I'm waiting for Dawn Trail. Obviously, I've got the FF16 collab, which is happening a day after my birthday, of course. I wish that had happened on my birthday, but it's fine. My birthday's a Monday. The update's on a Tuesday. It makes sense. It makes perfect sense. I just, you know, I'd liked it, but it's fine. It's not a problem. It really isn't. Because we still get it anyway. I'm still off that week, so it's fine. I'll have the following week as well. That's great. 2 weeks. Honestly, chat. 2 weeks is just a beautiful amount of time away from work. I need it. Honest to God, I need it. And the thing is, the way I see streaming, in a way it's work in a sense, but it doesn't, I don't make money off it yet, and it's not like it's my breadwinner. You know, it's a thing I do because I like doing it, so I don't see it in the same light. Though I must admit, I do quite regularly think about what kind of things I can do, which, for better or worse, you know, is maybe a problem. I don't know. It's probably not great. Oh, hey, Rascal Vtuber, thank you for the follow. Very kind of you there. Welcome to the stream. I do hope you're having a good time hearing me ramble and prattle on. Sorry, what question are you asking there? Like, I may be being silly here. Yeah, I mean, it's more, like I said earlier, it's more of a casual, prattling and doing whatever. And just kind of off the cuff side of it, causing the mini goofy. Causing something earlier. Ah, right. So I spent my brain is still catching up with everything. Apologies, I didn't realise. Oh, is it? But it was a follow. Oh, no, it shouldn't be. Maybe. Ah, 1 sec. That's. I'll tell you what that might have been. I was looking at the Streamlabs chat, not Twitch's chat. Oh, is it? I didn't realise it was set to follow only. It shouldn't be. Can I? Shouldn't be. Oh. Right. Okay, hang on. There we go. Apologies. There we go. Right, that's me being silly. I saw it on 0 minutes, and then I realised, oh, hang on. No, that is still on. It's just that the minute they follow, they can test. They can do it. Okay. Yeah, so that's off now. So that should let you... yeah. Apologies there. That's me being a goofball, apparently, and not realising that was on by default. I can see why it's on by default, but... yeah, that's... alright, well, that... okay, well, that's off now, so... yeah, we good. Exactly. Right. Well, hopefully... that would be a issue in future. That's only been on for like 7 months, by the way. Oh, God. I'm still shit at this. Yeah. Oh, well. Better now than never. Oh. Well, I'll have to... you know, you've got me thinking now. I'm going to have to, after the stream, have a little gander at what other settings Twitch is on by default. Because there's probably a load of settings that I've just not checked. Oh, well. I'll have to have a play with that. I can see why it's on by default, though, I suppose. But, eh. It's fine now. I don't think I have anything restricting on. I think I've got the auto mod on, like, the lowest setting, just so, you know, anything particularly horrible can't be, like, put in chat. And there is Nightbot, which Nightbot's... I did change Nightbot settings, because for some reason the default for that's like, oh, 4 emotes gives you a warning. Which is like, come on, 4 emotes is not a lot. So I've turned that off and a few other things. The only thing that's annoying is it also applies to Discord, and I think GIFs and Discord count as links, so I had to faff with the link settings. So that's a whole, you know, thing, but it's fine. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. God, I feel really daft now having that on for so long, though. But hey, no, thank you for pointing that out to me, by the way. That's very helpful. Thank you. At least someone knows what they're doing, unlike me. Well, currently, I'm just doing a bit of dailies at the moment on 14. I've got a bit of a packed day today, but I wanted to try and get a stream in. That's my usual time. I've got a few things going on. Got a nice meal later. It's like an early birthday celebration, basically. My actual birthday's on April 1st, but family and that aren't available at the time, so we're having a meal sort of today-ish, which would normally be when I stream. Yeah, well, it's going to be soon, but doing an early celebration. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's not my birthday just yet, but it will be on Monday. I intend to do a longer stream for Monday, but eventually. Give the boys up. But yeah, I'm just doing a nice little casual 14 stream, just to kind of pass the time a bit, but also because I want to get some materials to level up my relic weapon. I've got a bit of D&D coming up later, so hence why it's going to be a shorter stream. But I've got a couple hours in the morning, so I thought, why not? Got the time. How are you enjoying it? Oh, Dungeons and Dragons. I do a Dungeons and Dragons with friends of mine on Saturdays. Well, every other Saturday. So, currently running one. So, I think we in session 4 now at this point. I think we're on the 4th session in. They've currently... I like to call my sessions a struggle session, as it were, because my combats can be maybe a little rough. And, So my players are reeling from the last one, but they always come back for more, bless them. They always come back for more. Excuse me. Oh, my back. But yeah, I've got that on at 1 o'clock, so... But I've got my prep sorted. I've got all the little bits and bobs done. I've had it done for a while, actually, because stuff just kept coming up where that stuff didn't come up, so I have all my notes ready. It's simply just get them in and let the struggle commence. So, at the moment, it's... I think the best way to describe it, it's kind of somewhere between, like a 47 Ronin Journey to the West kind of thing going on. So, basically, they used to serve under a gold dragon, an adult gold dragon. He was kind of like their lord. And, essentially, that dragon was killed by a guest they had. And the party now only have to get revenge on the individual who killed their leader, but also to recover something very important. In my setting, dragons kind of reincarnate from their egg, so they're trying to recover that egg as well. So a bit of a revenge story at the moment. I currently have 3 players. 2 of them are streamers, ironically enough. And we've got Asaran currently, who is a monk who specialises in using firearms at close range. Rak, who is a vengeance paladin. Didn't start as vengeance, but he's become a vengeance paladin as a result of the campaign's events. And... oh, why am I forgetting the last one? That's going to annoy me. I'm forgetting the last one now. But the last one is a Parasite Warlock from the... oh, it's like my third-party material. I forgot... why am I having scatterbrain today? I forgot the name of the book now, but it's a third-party book which adds various things in, and for the life of me, I can't remember the name of the book. It's going to annoy me. But, yeah, so I've got a Warlock, a Paladin, and a Monk. And... yeah. Yeah, it's an odd campaign. It's in a setting that I'd used before, but... well... oh, so, the Parasite Warlock, which, Grim Hollow, that's it, sorry. It's from the Grim Hollow's player guide, that one is. So that, basically, you have, like, a alien parasite kind of thing inside of you, or part of you. And basically the whole shtick of that Warlock is... it basically buffs you. Kinda. That could certainly be one way you could do it. Definitely, like, you could do it like, you know, it's kind of like a mimicking a corpse, or something that's like inside your body, and it augments you, so you get like charisma modifier number of extra like physical alterations, like improved night vision, or night vision if you got it, climbing speed, and some various other little buffs. But then also, its sort of unique thing is it doesn't give you spells like other Warlock patrons do, but it lets you steal spells. So let's say I cast Fireball at you, you could try and steal it. I still get to cast Fireball, but now you have the knowledge of how to cast Fireball for one cast, and I can no longer cast it. Now it's limited to what the Warlock's main casting feature can cast, so I don't think it can be above 5th level, but it does mean the caster who casts that can't do so again until you go unconscious, die, or cast it yourself. So it's an interesting little, like, magical support, but also extra abilities can kind of be gained by just encountering a spellcaster. it's a bit risky because it means I have to include spellcasters for them to really get their thing across, but obviously having spellcasters against your players is risky because there are some spells that are just horrible to deal with. Absolutely just diabolical. Like a Dominate Person, for example, can really screw things over. I mean, they've all got pretty good saves against that kind of thing. So, like, Wisdom... I think the Warlock's the only one who's maybe got not the best Wisdom, but I don't think it's even that bad. So they're all pretty resilient to that kind of thing. To be fair, the Monk's normally the one who's a bit of a powerhouse. As it turns out, close-range sharpshooter, along with the gunner feat, which is kind of like crossbow expert, means you can just kind of pump like 20, well, like 30 damage into some people sometimes. And get a bit silly. So, surprisingly, very effective with those particular things in mind. So, I allowed my players to take a feat at level 1. So I wanted them to have a bit more power. So he took the Gunner feat. Gunner feat's just crossbow expert, basically. So you can point blank people, and you can also, excuse me. You can also, like, not reload, which is quite nice. He kind of fluffs it as he's got like a whole like belt worth of guns on him, but also the sharpshooter feat, which lets him just take a negative, but then obviously do a massive amount of damage. He's also got a level in fighter as well. He's a Kensei monk, so his whole thing is about using weapons as well. So, with all the things from current monk and a bit of fighter, I think it's like level 1 fighter, 5th level monk. I mean, that's probably something you could get later. Technically, the gunner feat, any gun, I think he can... I think any gun he can do point blank, but any like one-handed gun he can basically he can just like offhand fire as well, I think, as well. Not that he needs to, because the amount of attacks he gets, but yeah, I mean like a gun sort of like strapped to your fist or something, like a wrist-mounted shotgun or something. Yeah, that would work. All those different possibilities. He's just got flat-out flintlocks at the minute, but they're going to a place where guns are more prevalent, so he's likely to get another firearm down the road. Again, not that he... If he does keep with the character, he has been considering changing, just because it's, like, so powerful. Because we never realised how effective it was. Plus, obviously, at point blank, he can still do, like, Stunning Strike, which is... I have an entire video where a section of it, I'll be honest, is just me ranting about Stunning Strike. Because Stunning Strike is horrifying. But, he's quite effective, yeah. So, from like a party perspective, in battle, very well. I mean, the monk mostly just punches through things. But from like a player perspective, it's interesting. So the monk, one of the things that the player wanted to do with his monk in particular was he wanted him not to be a leader. Quite aggressively so, because quite often the player... He's more of a charismatic person, so he ends up accidentally becoming a bit of a leader. So he made his monk quite reserved, but also had like I guess like an oath to sort of not make decisions for himself due to his actions in his past. It's an odd monk, but it was kind of like a thing he wanted to do. Again, whether he'll stick with that is unknown at this time. um, it's a fun dynamic, I'd say. I mean, I think obviously I'm a bit rusty because it's been a little bit for some of us. I tend to have fun with it from my end, and I always make sure they're having fun with it. And as far as I'm aware, they're all pretty happy with things so far. It's the main important thing to me at the end of the day. The only bit of contention, as I say, is just whether the monk's too strong currently, because he kind of outshines the paladin. But it's one of them. It's something we're going to have a look at after the session coming, see how it goes. Because the party is definitely a big guy with any like non-legendary actions. They'll trash, but loads of little guys, they trash them. So we're kind of just figuring out what's like the best. That's kind of like thing for them, really. But so far, it's been pretty fun, honestly. I mean, I enjoy being a DM. It lets me kind of flex the creative muscles, and honestly, it's just nice to do. Sometimes, you know, you feel like making a whole world, creating just absolute chicanery for them, and then seeing how they figure it out. And honestly, as much as I put them through hell sometimes with the combats, seeing them win is always the best thing for me. That's always been my thing. Even though I'm making these absolute hellish scenarios for them, I'm always rooting for them. They might not think I'm rooting for them, but I am rooting for them. So technically the paladin, I guess, is like kind of okay, so like there's not really well, I say there's not a healer. The paladin kind of has to play healer and tank, because he's kind of in this awkward position where he's the only healing. The monk can self-heal a bit. The warlock has no self-healing at all, unless he steals a healing spell. So I guess the paladin's kind of the tank, but it's weird, because I say he's the tank. He's not got the highest AC, and he's got the same health as the monk, because he's not got as much constitution, because he's had to spread his stats a bit more. So I guess he's kind of the tank stroke healer, but the monk's kind of an off-tank DP, but mostly DPS. The warlock's kind of does DPS, but also a bit of a support, I suppose. As for the leader, I guess the paladin is technically the de facto leader, because the monk can't be a leader because of his own restrictions on himself. The warlock isn't too well, the player behind the warlock doesn't like taking charge. Very much so, so the paladin's definitely kind of the party leader at the moment. He's kind of like the most driven to their objective. The monk kind of served the dragon, because that was his kind of like oath. The dragon held like a sort of wooden ornament that was like meaningful to the monk, is like the "you give me orders." It's a strange kind of like order he kind of follows, but it's one that the player wanted to do. But the paladin's definitely the loyal follower of their draconic lord. You know, he believed in his lord, he trusted him, and now he's dead, he wants to avenge him. Most. The warlock he's a weird one. Mostly because of how he's kind of been made, he's kind of less... He wasn't as driven as the paladin, but he's kind of part of it because the nature of where the characters come from. The rest of the nation kind of see them as traitors now because they allowed their lord to be killed, as far as they're concerned. So he's kind of swept up into it and joined the party to kind of help them, because his life kind of depends on it. And also, because of being a parasite warlock, a lot of places find him really weird, really strange. He's a kobold as well, so he's also kind of seen as a bit strange already without the parasite stuff. Whereas the paladin's a half-orc, and the monk's a half-elf, I believe. I've let them put their stats wherever they want, so the races not being lining up with the classes won't matter. I let them put their stats wherever they want. So I think the monks may put his stats into wisdom or dex if he hasn't already got really high ones. Because brawls he did, to be fair. Yeah, they're an odd group. They might be getting a change up depending on how we feel about the monk after this session. Just because he's not got as much kind of characterfulness to him, but also he's very powerful. Definitely, and again, it's not entirely the player's fault. I do run very dangerous encounters. I admit that. I run some fairly dangerous encounters. To be fair, they quite often succeed, but a few times I've definitely overtuned stuff recently. And I've done it in the past where I've made something and it just ends up being way more dangerous than I expected it to be. But it's the give and take of being a DM, right? It's one of them things. I should probably get searching for another thing as well. How many of these have I got? Oh, still nowhere near enough. Alliance raids are 160 DPS. Lovely. So, the usual dynamics were kind of the paladin, obviously. Well, I guess the group dynamic. I guess. Shush. Listen, you will live, maybe. I see you there, JD Moss. That's one of my players. I haven't been saying any secrets about the campaign. You'll get nothing from me. As far as what inspired these unusual dynamics, from the monk player's point of view, he didn't want to be a leader. So he was quite... Because he often becomes the party leader, just how he ends up being. So, because he's a DM himself, so he's quite used to playing these charismatic varying roles, because, like myself, well, I'm not sure if he's DM'd more than me, or if I've done about the same now. We've both done it for quite some time, but he's quite a charismatic person, generally, very social person, so he ends up becoming the kind of party lead. But he very specifically didn't want to this time. So, hence, that's kind of where that whole thing came from. As for... Yeah, exactly. Like, he likes he likes bards quite a lot, which I've grown an appreciation for. I know, JD, you've got some your opinions on bards, but yeah. Obviously, JD Moss's character, Rack, who's the paladin I was telling you about, he kind of became de facto leader by being probably the most driven to that objective. Like, he has probably the most kind of objective, I want to do this. So he's kind of become the lead as a result of that. And then the Warlock player just really doesn't like being in charge. He's never liked being kind of like the... He likes playing characters that aren't the center of attention and aren't, like, in the foreground. It's just something he personally preferences, really. Which I can get. To a point. It's weird in a small group. In a larger group I can see it, but in a small group of 3 it's kind of odd one, but you know the right answer. I'm kidding. You can be honest. He's only saying that because he's got a session in a couple of hours. He knows what's good for him. He knows what's good for him. Oh, this one. Oh god, I remember all the mechanics of this one. Oh, this could be rough. I don't remember all the mechanics. Oh, okay, fine. Well, all I'm gonna say is it's gonna be a rough, it's gonna be a struggle session for you, sir. We have some good times. It's very bloody times, for sure. Which armor was that from? Was that from this raid? Do you like that armor quite a bit? I like that a lot, actually. Anyway, enough gawking armor. One of the things I love about doing these is just seeing the varying style of... well, we have the basically naked dancer, nice. Who's biggest carry? Oh, currently I guess the monk at the minute, just due to the just the sheer amount of damage he does.
No true abundance. Feel you the heartbeat.
Got a while since I played like. I've forgotten what the mechanics for. Okay. I forgot to. I always forget Soul So exists. I really do always forget that thing exists. It's such a. I don't know. I never just remember it exists. Oh shit! Oh, I somehow dodged that. Oh, good, at least the Nightbot's working properly today. Oh. Right facing, okay. Fine. Oh! Oh, now you do it, okay. I was expecting it to be later. Okay. Oh, shit. Oh, God. Yep, it's been a while for me since I've done this one.
Mine is the breath of the earth.
Oh, yep. This one. I remember. This one I do remember, thankfully. Yeah, we're both a bit of 40k enjoyers, ironically enough. We have played a bit of Dark Heresy once, actually, which is the TTRPG for 40k. Do you mean to run that at some point? We'll play it. Again, one or the other. It's an interesting one. I know myself I've collected, but not done too many games. I think we've done some Kill Team though. It's kind of. How else to describe it? Oof. I guess if you played like a turn-based strategy game, right? Like, it's got a lot of those kind of aspects. like turn-based, any like RNG-based kind of thing. It's like you kind of, it depends on the edition, right? Because they change the rules every so often, old G-dubs do. But for, at least currently, it's kind of, obviously got like your various factions, right? So let's say Space Marines, yeah? But currently, sub-factions aren't really a main part of the rule set, but there's different detachments you can take. So they kind of become like sub-factions. I've already got that one. Okay. So, like, let's say this Space Marine detachment lets you take, or gives like bonuses for taking jump troops, for example. So at the minute you can take like up to so many of them. But it's kind of, like I say, it's very much like a turn-based strategy game, but you've got like a whole army under you. So you'll have like your Space Marine captain, for example, as like the kind of the leader, most likely. You might have someone else, but generally the Space Marine captain's like a pretty common example. And then you'll have like, let's say, you know, you might want, maybe you want a very elite force, so you take a unit of like some Terminators, for example. You might have like up to 3 of them, 3 units of those, and you got like, you know, maybe a tank, or some kind of transport to bring them in, and essentially the game sort of, you know, you take a turn, depending on who gets the roll first, and then you sort of you sort of move up your models across the table, and you know, maybe you want to use an ability from a unit, or perhaps you just want to just fuck them up with just shooting them or something like that. So you do a roll, see if you pull it off. It's a bit like a tabletop RPG in that respect. So using models and dice, very. So if you're like familiar with like Dungeons and Dragons or how a lot of that kind of tabletop RPG kind of plays, you've got a rough idea of like using the dice, and the only sort of difference is like you've got a roll to like hit, but then also a roll for if you actually hurt them, if you overcome like their toughness value. And that depends on your weapon, and if they've got any armor, you can kind of like. There's a few little like backs and forth. I'm not as experienced. I've not done too many games of it in a while because they keep. Like I say, they keep changing it a bunch. So, but it's not a bad little game, honestly. I'm probably more an Age of Sigmar guy than 40k myself, but as far as like the actual game system's concerned, but 40k is alright, honestly. I'm probably explaining it not very well, and there's definitely people who can explain it better than me, but
but I couldn't stay away.
excuse me.
It seems my sister shall be joining us. It is only fitting that we face you together.
Okay, I'll sit with my
I will spin your face.
shit, wrong one.
Have you the strength to defy fate?
Ooh, favorites.
Sands of time are mine to command.
So, I'm a big fan of Dark Heresy. That's like what I'm a pretty big fan of. That's like set in Warhammer 40,000. One I've definitely liked quite a lot was Shadow the Demon Lord. That's made by one of the 5e writers. That's a bit of a shorter one. I do quite like that one. I think other ones. So Warhammer also has a fantasy setting, and we have actually played that a bunch. That's a pretty brutal system, I won't lie. A basic goblin in that can be dangerous. I think some other ones we've done. Lancer, of course. If you like mecha, I recommend Lancer highly. I can't recommend it enough. Something other ones I've seen or played. What other ones have we done? Oh shit, I just realised the mechanic's about to happen. Oh no! Oh yeah, Dark Heresy. If you want Dark Heresy, second edition's probably the one you want to go with. First edition's not bad either, but second edition, a bit more balanced and a bit smoother. If you want something a little more modern than Dark Heresy, but has a similar feel to it, there's one called Imperium Maledictum. That one's not bad either, from what I've seen. I've not played that one though, so pinch of salt me on that one particularly. But that one seemed interesting as well. But we've played a bunch of Dark Heresy 2E, and 100% recommend it. If you want like a pretty easy way into the 40k sort of setting and feel, you can't go too wrong with that one, honestly.
This too is fate.
There are some other ones, 40k as well, that are pretty decent. Oh, there we go. It's over there. So some other ones, if you want to sort of one where you play as a Space Marine, Death Watch is pretty nice. Actually, Rogue Trader, funnily enough, has its own TTRPG. It's a bit of an older one, but that does have its own one. And that one seems alright, from what I've seen. Oh, Lancer. Lancer's one. If you like mecha, that's a good one. But the other one I mentioned for 40k, Imperium Maledictum. I think I need to spell that now. That one's newer and seems alright. Similar sort of feel to Dark Heresy. I would type it, but my typing's a little occupied. Yeah, Death Watch is good for playing Space Marines. Rogue Trader is quite nice if you want to be a Rogue Trader. if you want to play something that isn't Imperium focused, I mean, Pathfinder's obviously a thing as well. If you want like non-Warhammer related stuff, still fantasy, yeah, Pathfinder's totally a thing. Pathfinder 2E though, 1E is probably going to be a bit overwhelming. Oh god, this mechanic. Oh shit. I missed one, that's fine. One's not too bad. Okay, then go near. Right, let's go stay here for now. And then go in. So we'll do that. Right. Then left, then far. Yes, there we go. So we tend to use Roll20, so battle maps basically. I don't think we've actually done even physical ones because we've not done it in person at all. Actually, now I think about it, but Roll20 is kind of like our go-to. Oh shit. That could have been painful. I did just remember, isn't Final Fantasy XIV getting its own TTRPG at some point actually? Yeah, it is, isn't it? Just remembered. Don't know when that's coming out, but that might be one to try as well when that comes out.
There is no victory, only victory or defeat.
Very easy with this class to do that. Not so easy with the other ones.
Victory must be seized with one's own hand.
Oh. Let's see. Let's be. Oh! Shit. Well, I'm stuck, so. Fuck. Oh, what? Oh. What got me? Thank you, random healer. Yeah, that one should be interesting. Got a lot of them. Yeah.
In ice unyielding, now rest. Mine is the easiest.
This is just one of the most over-the-top fucking super moves ever. I love it. That is one of the coolest transforming weapons, though. When did we get a fucking transforming weapon?
Would that our clash could continue forever.
Continue forever? Moving in this battle. What's this? Korn's Palace? So we've done a... Let's see, what ones have we done? So we've had a couple of D&D campaigns. We've done...
There is no resistance, only victory or defeat.
Shit.
Yes, lose yourself in the joy of battle.
We've done a brief bit of Lancer. We did a... What else have we done? We had a Warhammer Fantasy campaign. What other ones did we do? We've our mutual friend Onyx, who was playing the monk, he's gonna do another one at some point. We've done a couple of him. Yeah, Dark Heresy Lancer, D&D.
Your next test awaits.
What have we done any others? I'm genuinely trying to think now, have we done any others? Other than those ones I mentioned. We've done like 2 Dark Heresy campaigns, I think, to be fair. I've lost track of how many D&D ones we've done. Or partly done. That's fucking music. This one's a slap. Oh, we're just going straight in? Okay, I guess everyone's here, so fair enough. Oh, yeah, we did, didn't we? That was a odd one. I'm not sure I fully liked that one too much. The concept was nice, but I don't know if I was big on it entirely. Ooh, no. Oh yeah, we did. We did. I forgot about that one. That's a whole fucking thing to try and explain. Mistborn. That was alright though, to be honest. I didn't mind that one too much. Fill first. Oh shit, that was bad, eh? Okay. That was maybe not my finest plan. I'm talking about have we streamed any of them? I would love to stream it, to be fair. I don't think I was going to stream this one, but one of my players wasn't too keen on it this time round, but it's definitely my goal. One day is to have a stream of one of our campaigns one of these days. That's definitely something I'd like to do. There's second moon. Oh, that side. Pargo is about to do the slash. Getting him as a mount was just tragic. Yeah, sure. But we'd recommend it, yeah. Yeah, by all means, any recommendations, more than welcome. More than welcome to hear them. I used to do murder mystery style D&D quick session. Okay. Nice, nothing wrong with nice murder mystery. I like that. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, you're not wrong. Perception checks, investigation. I expect the full 9 yards. 100%. God, it's the icy bit. Oh yeah. We've done some bits here and there, but yeah, I mean, especially at lower levels, I do quite like it. With D&D, the only thing I find I have to be careful of is if things like Speak with Dead are in play. That's when it can kind of get a bit funny, but at the same time, that's always, if I did want to incorporate that kind of thing being a factor, it's definitely adds some unique perspective. Yeah, no, I mean, good. I always love a good murder mystery. Oh yeah, that's fair. I mean, puzzles, escape rooms. Yeah, I mean, that's always. Yeah. Oh, shh. Oh no, that's not. I did not focus there. Damn it. God, I had forgotten so many of the mechanics. Good to Dark Knights look cool. My only reason for giving them, they look cool. I think they did alright as well. But got that one. Need on that one. Need on that one. Read that one. Be greedy as one of these. Don't care for that. Yeah, puzzles are interesting because definitely coming up with them can be difficult, but also, well, there is that. Yeah, it could take 2 minutes or 2 hours depending on if they figure out the crux of it. I forgot one a chap at works was on about, but oh shit, the monk has showed himself. I'm kidding. It sounds so menacing. It's like the monk. We found him. But can you find all the pistols that he's probably dropped somewhere? Literally click head, fucker. Oh yeah, I don't think any of us are... Thankfully, I don't think anyone at this point are murder hobos in my current little gang. They're all a bit more chill. If anything, I'm probably the least chill out of all of us. Although, admittedly, I think... Oh god, when was the last time I played? Oh, no. Last time I played was Lancer. I was going to say when was the last time I was actually a player. Has been a while since I've played in a long campaign, though. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. I'm kidding. I have so many character ideas. So many. Oh. Yeah. I actually quite liked Mistborn. I think the only problem with Mistborn, to me, I guess is from like a game perspective. Obviously, like a lore perspective, you might have to like catch a bit on like the lore of it, but then that goes for a lot of TTRPGs, right? Warhammer, so many others. But just from like a game perspective, playing as the title Mistborn is probably a bit much for someone new to it, or someone learning the system. I guess the shorthand version of it is there's a few different magic systems you can kind of utilize, or just ignore entirely if you want to just do that. But you might as well engage with one of them because that's kind of like a big thing in the setting. And basically, playing a Mistborn lets you use all of one of the magic systems. The problem is that you have a load of options, but you have so many options that actually you might want to learn the system, pick one of the specific users of a certain system. So so let's go into it a little. Mistborn, you kind of use different metals to give you powers, and consuming those metals lets you utilize it as fuel. Mistborn can use all the different metals, whereas there's specific people for certain metals. So when I played it, I was playing as someone who used pewter. So when they eat the metal known as pewter, that confers physical stats. So I was playing what is colloquially called in the setting a thug. Essentially, I would consume metal and become a literal roids monster. I think in the session, and Onyx, you can confirm here, I think I said something along the lines of, okay, I'm going to grab this man. I'm going to throw him at another man. Across the room. And I believe I did just that. It also lets you heal faster, Beauty does as well, which is quite nice. So I was big stonks man. I just walk into room, roid up, and just sort of punch shit. Oh my god. Yeah. Admittedly, though, in the other setting for Mistborn, because like 2 errors at the minute, currently anyway, and there's 2 different books for them. We were playing in the Era 1, which is kind of like a Victorian kind of one. That's true. That is true as well. It just buffs your body, doesn't it, Pewter? But in Era 2, there's one that uses, I think it's steel, and that's about pushing metal. The reason I like Era 2's pusher in particular is because it lets me be a cowboy that can turn my pistol into a railgun. And to be fair, in the first era, they're still pretty cool because they can kind of like launch coins at people at Mach 10 and also propel themselves in the air off anything like made of steel, which the city actually is built to account for, if I recall correctly. So it's an interesting setting. It's quite different sort of a fantasy, but I can appreciate it. But definitely picking one of the systems is better than like going with the whole hog. It's complicated from the sounds of it, but when you actually in game, it's not too bad, honestly. As long as you know what metal does what, and if you're picking one thing, well, that's your one thing, that's what you do. And you can improve that. There's like progression, like abilities you can do with it. Like with the coin shot, I believe you can get better at like launching that coin or metal piece. It's not actually a coin, it's just the slang for it. I know with mine it was like becoming more armored, healing faster, more movement were some of the bonuses I could get later on, like training the skill. So that was a fun system, to be honest. I quite liked it. Crack the neck a little. Time are we on? 12:04. Huh. I think this might be a good place to stop, just because I have got dinned in a bit. And, yeah, I think it's probably not a terrible place to cut it short here. Just give me some time to finish any little bits of prep and get a drink, because my throat... I should have brought a drink for this. My throat is shredded. Oh, bloody hell. But no, thank you everyone who's dropped by. And also a big thank you to Rascal Vtuber for pointing out that my chat was in a follower only mode. I did not notice that for the longest time, so thank you very much for pointing that out to me, because I am a dumbass and apparently didn't see that for 7 months. 7 months! So I'm glad you noticed what I didn't. Right. Anyway, I won't be streaming later today because obviously I'm going out for a meal, but I'll be streaming at my usual time tomorrow. Yeah, so thank you for joining. Do stay safe, and I will see you very soon. Well then, ta for now.